Welcome to Simply Joy by Kristen. I'm Kristen, and I'm so glad you are here. I am going to share with you the adventures of Wisconsin, the Vintage Soul Creative Retreat hosted by Sonnet, and the wonderful people that I met. As I do this, I am going to do a project and I'm going to interweave it throughout the stories that I share. Let's start with the Goodwill bins. Are you ready? I'm so excited to bring you on in. Sonnet has been going to this one for a while, and let me tell you, it's a good one. And some of the ladies they have never been to one. So let's go in together and see what we can find. So some of us were flying, some of us were driving, some of it was our first time, but we had a blast. It was so much fun. We were filling our carts and going, who wants this? Who wants this? Like, it was a treat, an absolute treat. We even got teased by a few of the locals to say, hey, I think you're all together. Yep, we are. And it was just so much fun to shop together. So we kind of caused a little bit of a traffic jam when we were checking out that they had to call in a second cashier, but that's okay. That's okay. We had so much fun. And one of the books that I purchased at the Goodwill bins is going to be what I use as my base through the project that I'm sharing with you. What you just saw was a community. Many of us have been a part of Sonnet's membership group for years, but some only months. And any of them that could come on that Wednesday night could. And we had such a wonderful time just enjoying, meeting, hugging for the first time, and being seen. Yeah, these are incredible ladies, absolutely incredible. They were who I saw through our friendship online, but more. Sometimes you can't put into words how special someone is. They just are that special right here. Speaking of being special, I was just seen. I was so blessed and seen through this. One of the attendees, Kathy, brought this. Isn't this sweet? It's the cutest little pumpkin. So thank you, Kathy. Or Jane. Jane was one of the speakers and she gifted me this beautiful necklace, and it's an upcycled domino, which makes it even more special. So thank you, Jane. And then Treasure, Sylvia, and Jody know how much I love golden books, and between the three of them gave me a stack. And so the project today had to incorporate one of these, and it was the inspiration behind it. So thank you all. Thank you all so much for seeing me. I am in absolute awe of these creators. Debbie, who taught us how to blend, Connie, who did 2 classes because another creator couldn't be there, so she taught us how to paint pumpkins and a church. You have Heather, who was talking about the creative journey, and it's okay to be messy, it's okay to make mistakes, and just how to do things for you and your creative soul. Jane, who talked about, hey, let's get unstuck and let's dream big, and where you're gonna go from there. Lynn brought an awesome project that she was inspired by another creator from 34 Decor, and she did it with molds and the gilded transfer. Then you had Sonnet, who was teaching us all about her barn quilt and inlays. Then you had Royce, who was bringing out her decoupage paper and stencils. Like, this weekend was so jam-packed of so much, and I am absolutely in awe of these creators, these business women, these ladies who are just so inspirational, and the ones that came to support them. Lynn brought her daughter Megan, wow, you are amazing. And Royce brought her husband David. Like, again, how cool was it that they brought their people with them? And I didn't get a lot of photos, but what I did get was a lot of memories. How darling is this? Oh, it's so cute. Except I feel like it needs something right here. So I think I'm going to come up with something. What you just saw were clips from my class, my session that I did. And I did a painted snowman on a book, and that's why I felt that today's project needed to be a snowman. So the book is from the bins. The ribbon is from Yield Goat. That was where one of Sonnet's booths was. I got to use some of the new IOD products that just got released, the Snowflake stamp and the Kitschy transfer. But I think my favorite part was this snowman. This snowman is from one of the golden books that was gifted to me. And just a reminder that I was seen, and also in my class I shared that the snowman was very pivotal for me in my story of being creative, that was a time in my life where I needed, I was so depleted, and I needed to be creative, and I didn't know that. And that's where just my my reasoning behind creative health and why being creative is so important. And it started with the snowman. So I just feel like this encompasses everything. I just was so honored to be able to share my story. I talked about my journey as a creator and just my seasons of being low and realizing that it's okay to start a second story or a new chapter. But if you're loving your story, as my friend Sylvia said, she's loving her story, well then keep your story. Like, I'm not asking you to change it if you love it, but it's encouragement that if you are somewhere that you don't want to be, that you don't have to let your story stay there. But let me tell you, I had some really powerful, emotional conversations with the attendees there, and thank you to everyone that allowed me to see your snowman, that allowed me to hear your story. It means a lot. It really, really means a lot. And if you are there and you want to say, hey, I was there, and share that in the comments. And if you want to go over on my Facebook, post the pictures, because I did not get enough of the snowman photos. I would love to see them. Yeah. It was a really, really special time. So thank you to everyone. Hello, friend. I feel like I just gave you a little snippet of everything that happened at the Vintage Soul Creative Retreat. I actually was kind of like overwhelmed, like how do I even put it all in this little neat package of a video, because my heart is just full. It's actually probably overflowing with all the connections and just all the talent and just all the memories. So let me just share a couple more, just because I really, really want to get at how much I loved this time. So Debbie was the one I said that taught us about blending. Well, her Facebook page is Elsie Lane Art Garage, and she brought up that she was so close to 10,000, and that was just a dream of hers to get to 10,000 followers. And she shared it in the circle one night, and all of us were like, well, let's check. Are we all following you on our business and on our personal? And little by little, bing, bing, we're like, you should have one more. You should have one more. You should have one more. And we got to celebrate with her hitting 10,000 followers on Facebook. That was like huge, huge. Or another story. My first interactions with Jane and Royce was making a balloon garland. Now, let's just say we didn't fully get done, and thank goodness a few other people came in and helped us out the next day because we ran out of time. But I got to make a balloon garland, well, kind of, with Jane from Jane Belanti Art and Royce from Roycycled Treasures. Those two ladies are hilarious and just so wonderful. They have the most beautiful hearts. Got to know Lynn and Megan. I'm only 6 hours away. And so my husband's like, well, you know, what's next? I'm like, I need that on a bucket list. So Lynn and Megan, you're on the bucket list. I need to make my way to L&J Goods. Connie, getting to know Connie more, like, what an absolute sweetheart. She is hilarious and she is talented and she's going places. She really is. Being able to bond with Heather Moore from Create Your Own Cozy, there's not enough words for that lady. I love her and she is a sweet, sweet friend. And then all of those that came that were in the membership group and those that weren't, like all these people that I finally got to put a face to their name that have been responding on messages. Oh, you know who you are, and I am so excited that I got to meet you. So Sonnet, thank you. Thank you for having this dream of yours to create this opportunity for all of us to connect. Whew. It was huge, and I'm so thankful. So thankful to you for creating that for all of us. That was really special. Speaking of Sonnet, guess what? Next week is the Sonnet's Maker's Box, and I'm so excited that I get to do another video for you. It arrived when I was gone, so stay tuned for that. And then the following week, I'm going to do my part 2 of ornaments in October. Like, I have so much planned out for you. Like, what about all the new ideas I come up with between then? I'll have to find a way to sneak them in, right? Well, thank you so much, friend. And I hope this encourages you to find your community, to put out there what you are hoping and dreaming for, and to make those true connections. Until next time, bye-bye.